Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a moment and imagine this. A place most people wouldn't dare step foot in. A place full of myths, whispers, and mystery. A place where what you think you know about snake oil is about to be shattered. Today, I'm taking you inside a modern snake oil factory. Yeah, the very name that's been laughed at, doubted, and dismissed. Only this time it's real, it's cutting edge. And it's something you've never seen before. Now, before you roll your eyes, let me tell you, this isn't some shady back alley operation. This is a factory where science meets tradition, where precision, ethics, and knowledge collide, where every single detail, from the snakes themselves to the bottle, on the shelf is handled with purpose, care, and expertise. And by the time we're done, I promise you'll see snake oil differently. It all starts with the snakes. Yeah, those creatures that make most people shiver. These aren't just any snakes. They're carefully chosen, species-specific, and treated like VIPs. Every snake has its own controlled habitat. Temperature, humidity, lighting, everything optimized to mimic the wild. To reduce stress, to ensure the oil they produce is pure and potent. And listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. This is not cruelty. It's respect. You take care of the source. The source takes care of the product. That's principle number one. Once the snakes are ready, the real magic begins, extraction. Now this is where skill meets courage. Professionals handle these snakes with precision. No gimmicks, no theatrics, just respect, science, and careful methodology. The oil comes from very specific glands or tissues, packed with compounds known for anti-inflammatory and pain relief properties. Modern techniques ensure the maximum benefit with minimum harm. It's controlled. It's tested. It's measured. This isn't your grandparents' snake oil. This is evidence-based, scientifically verified, and it's powerful. Now here's the part most people don't see: testing. Every drop is scrutinized. Purity, potency, safety, they check it all. Advanced lab equipment analyzes chemical compositions, checks for contaminants, guarantees consistency. Because in a modern factory, good enough isn't good enough. Every bottle leaving the facility has passed multiple tests, multiple layers of quality control. And let me tell you, consistency is what builds trust. This is principle number 2. Precision is everything. Then comes formulation. Now we're talking science, innovation, and artistry rolled into one. The raw oil is blended with other natural ingredients, herbs, essential oils, extracts to create a product that doesn't just work, it thrives. Pain relief, skin rejuvenation, wellness, whatever the goal. It's carefully designed, carefully crafted. This is where tradition meets modern science. It's thoughtful. It's intentional. It's the result of months of research and refinement. And every ingredient has a purpose. Nothing is accidental. Packaging isn't an afterthought either. Every bottle is sealed, protected, and labeled to preserve potency. UV protective glass, airtight containers, hygienic standards. They take care of the product just as much as they take care of the snakes. Because you can have the best product in the world, but if it isn't delivered with care, all that effort goes to waste. And this attention to detail is principle number 3. Excellence doesn't end until the product reaches your hands. Let's pause for a second and talk about perception. Snake oil has been the punchline for a long time. But here's the truth. Modern snake oil is nothing like the scams of the past. These are regulated, tested, ethical products. They're designed to help people, not trick them. And stepping inside this factory, it changes your perspective. It challenges everything you thought you knew. It forces you to rethink, reimagine, and respect the process. And beyond the science, the equipment, and the procedures, what hits me most, what hits hard, is the people. The herpetologists, the chemists, the lab technicians, the ones handling snakes, testing every batch, formulating every blend. They are committed, dedicated, focused. They understand that what they do has real consequences. That every decision, every careful move, every ounce of effort matters. These aren't just workers. They're guardians of a process, stewards of something bigger than themselves. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is inspiring. Here's the big takeaway. This factory isn't just about snake oil. It's about transformation. It's about taking something raw, misunderstood, doubted, and turning it into something valuable, potent, and respected. It's about bridging the gap between old myths and modern science, between skepticism and evidence, between nature and human innovation. And that's a lesson for all of us. If you want to change perception, you have to change reality. You have to put in the work. You have to do the details others ignore. Now think about this. Every time you hear snake oil, I want you to remember what you've just learned. Not scams, not tricks, not deception. Real process, real people, real science. A factory that takes care of its snakes, respects its craft, and delivers products that are carefully designed to work. It's an industry built on ethics, precision, and respect for nature. And it's proof that even in areas you might dismiss, even in things you think are ridiculous, there's potential, there's innovation, and there's excellence waiting to be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of the modern snake oil factory is more than a story of extraction or production. It's a story of discipline, of dedication, of bridging tradition with innovation. It's a story that challenges assumptions, inspires curiosity, and celebrates the power of doing things right. And the next time you hear someone scoff at snake oil, you can smile and know the truth. Because inside that factory, you've seen the real process, the hidden complexity, and the extraordinary effort behind a product most people dismiss without thought. So I leave you with this. Greatness often hides in unexpected places. Innovation often comes from the most unlikely sources. And excellence is always the product of care, precision, and relentless dedication. The modern snake oil factory is proof of that. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, the journey of transformation, whether it's in a bottle of oil, in your work, or in your life, starts with respect for the process, commitment to detail, and courage to see the unseen.
I came here for my knee pain.
Is that the oil?
It feels a bit easier now.